Anna Chaplaincy to older people is named after the widow, Anna, in Luke's Gospel, chapter 2. She appears with the character Simeon. So they're both role models, if you like, of faithful older people. Anna Chaplaincy is a practical response to the rapidly ageing population. Age UK has come out with statistics which show that the number of people over the age of 85 will double in the next 20 years, and the number will almost treble in the next 30 years. So it's quite clear that churches and communities need to be thinking now about how they respond practically to supporting the growing older population. It's also a tremendous opportunity because the gift of years is about explaining to people that these are spiritually fertile years. These are the years of our lives when we're able to reflect, we have a bit more time, we're able to get a bit more philosophical. We can actually be the people we're meant to be without having to be the person our parents wanted us to be, or that we've had to be for the boss. Or so much of our time is spent raising our families, paying the bills, and this is the period of our lives when we can perhaps take a bit more rest and reflect on why we're here. This is when the big existential questions really come up and slap us in the face, if you like. And the gift of years is here as a practical response with Anna Chaplaincy right at its heart to help churches and communities think through some of the issues. If you think that the average age of a church congregation is around 62 and going higher as we live longer, then why aren't we looking after the people who are actually in our churches more? We spend so much of our time, quite rightly, thinking about how we pass the baton on to the next generation, how we get younger people, younger families into our churches. But what about looking after the people who we actually already have? And wouldn't that send a very strong message to younger generations that actually the aging process is something to be valued, to be cherished, that this is a period of our lives when we mature, we ripen, we have a late flowering, we become perhaps more creative in many ways than we've ever been before. So let me tell you a little bit about how the Gift of Years is supporting Anna Chaplains in the field. There are Anna Chaplains in Hampshire and Lancashire. There's a growing network of Anna Chaplains. There are ones in Wales, Bournemouth, Bristol, Southampton, Portsmouth, Surrey, Birmingham. You can start to see that the national reach of this network is very exciting. And I think for many reasons it's interesting because for a lot of people who are already doing this sort of work, community-based, ecumenically minded, it can be quite a lonely furrow to plough. You can feel quite isolated, not necessarily even part of your ministry team, because all the focus tends to be on the younger generations. So the Gift of Years is about resourcing and training people, and Anna Chaplains are demonstrating, if you like, the practical ways in which we can reach out to people in our communities. It's working in care homes, sheltered homes, and in the wider community, visiting people who might be struggling but still living independently. If I had to sum it up just briefly, it's about good listening. It's about hearing people's stories, helping people to understand the sort of identity crises that come with aging. If you think about it, there are multiple losses. There are diminishments in terms of one's physical abilities, inevitably. And there's a lot of soul searching that goes on. Who am I? Who was I? Who am I? Who am I going to be? What's next for me? What's my legacy going to be? How's my family and my loved ones going to cope when I'm no longer around? All these are very live issues. So the Gift of Years is there to champion Anna Chaplaincy, to develop it more widely, to say that older people matter, so advocacy is another strand, resourcing and training and signposting good ideas and good resources. So the website is absolutely key to it, www.thegiftofyears.org.uk. Beyond the absolute essentials of food and shelter, what we need most of all when we're older is to know that we matter and that we're loved. And that's what the Gift of Years is seeking to do through the practical work of Anna Chaplains, to reach out to people and let them know that they are embraced by love. It's an incarnational ministry. It's about relationship. And I think it's tremendously exciting to see it beginning to flourish across the UK.